Go. So Uncle Jamie, people may ask, well, why the hell do I care that your Uncle Jamie has college football locks? I'm telling you.
He's a madman, right?
He watches more college football than anybody I know. And he's been giving me these picks for years where he's just like, I like this, like that, like this. So
Nails
it's like,
it too?
Nails it.
Yeah,
so we get on
awesome.
the show and I'm like, and Central City Toyota, he's GM, so he's sponsoring. I'm like, dude, let's do a college football lock of the week. So that's why he is on there right now, welcoming the general manager of Central City Toyota, Uncle Jamie's college football locks, brought to you by Central City Toyota. Jamie Haverly joins John Marks and Pat Gallen here this morning on Philly with John Marks on PHLY. Uncle Jamie.
Good morning. Good morning. Pat Gallen, you were lucky to be here today to get my college picks.
I feel lucky to be here. Already lucky being next to my buddy John, but now
very true.
We got the lock of the week. Wow.
All right. Well, Uncle Jamie, we have some really good games actually this week. So let's get right into it. Number 1, Oregon. They're a big favorite at home, hosting 20th ranked Illinois. I'm seeing a line of 21 and a half. Huh?
That's a big line.
21 and a half.
Yeah. 21 and a half, 3+ touchdowns. So what is that? Odds makers are telling you that Illinois is a false prophet. So they lost their running back. Good quarterback this year, Luke Altmaier, 66% percentage completion. I think they come in, and I think Illinois covers. I think Oregon wins the game, but this is a classic game where Illinois will come in, play well, won't win, but I think they'll cover that 21 and a half spread.
And they keep it close. All right, Illinois plus 21 and a half against number 1 Oregon. All right. We were looking forward to the Texas game last week. Texas did not deliver. This was your big lock last week that you got. Yeah. It was ugly. I got Arch Manning in the game, which is what I was looking for once it started to get ugly. That didn't last very long. And Georgia came back a little bit in the second half. And then, Jamie, what I learned about the game last week was if you don't like a call, just throw trash on the field and college football referees will overturn the call, which was unbelievable.
I've never seen in the SEC anything like that where you have trash being strewn onto the field. They reversed the call. Kirby Smart, I thought his head came off his shoulder. I've never seen anything like that. That guy just lost it. You know, Texas has been interesting this year. You know, they're going into Nashville, playing Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is everyone's darling now.
Yep.
I think Texas gets well this week. They're coming in as a big favorite, 18 and a half, but I think they get well this week. I think Quinn Ewers is tired of hearing about the Arch Manning stuff. I think Isaiah Bond plays well. They got a big running game. I think this is the week that Vandy comes back to earth and Texas romps. Take Texas on the points.
If he's tired of hearing about Arch Manning now, you better just transfer.
You better go to the pros,
You better go to the pros next year.
I love this pick because you're right. Everybody's Vandy. Meanwhile, Texas is going to be mad going in there. Texas still has a ton more talent than Vandy does. Yeah. I agree with you. I think this is a blowout.
Yeah, I agree.
Alabama, God, they looked terrible last week to Tennessee because Tennessee's not very good either, by the way. But that was kind of like a slog. Alabama goes down. Now they're hosting number 21 Missouri. So you have 16 against 21. I actually didn't write. What's the number on this line? I actually didn't.
16 and a half.
16 and a half. Wow.
16 and a half, Alabama favorite at home. Once again, the line makers are telling you something here. So their running back's out. Hunt is out. Cook came out of the game Missouri. Cook came out of the game last week. Hurt, came back in. This is another game where this is a game like Texas where Alabama gets well. They are killing Alabama down in Tuscaloosa. Killing them. I entertained myself and watched the Paul Feinbaum show just to hear the Alabama callers call in, bemoaning the fact that the dynasty is dead. Almost in tears. This is the week where Kalen DeBoer, Jalen Milroe, they put it together. The Ryan Williams, that kid is a star. 18 years old, that kid is a star.
Unreal.
This is the week that Alabama gets well. Missouri, 6-1. It's not a good 6-1. They haven't looked well. They just got by Auburn last week. Auburn's 2-5. Terrible team this year.
Yep.
Look at Alabama to romp. Three touchdown game.
Yeah, I like that one as well. All right, and we have a bonus game. Normally Jamie does 3, but he wants a bonus. He's too many games that he likes.
Wow.
Let's send it down to College Station, Texas. Number 14, Texas A&M, they've been better than a lot of people expected this year. 2.5-point home favorites over number 8 LSU. I feel like you're going Texas A&M in this game, Uncle Jamie.
You are wrong. I love LSU. LSU is my team. Always has been. Love LSU. This is the year for Brian Kelly. Whatever it is, it's going to coalesce this year for him. Alabama's not the best. Texas is up and down. Georgia, this is the year for LSU. Ever since Joe Burrow, you finally tie the knot. Every time Texas A&M gets favored in a big game at home at Kyle Field, 106,000 people I got to hear about, they look terrible. I guarantee LSU comes in and wins this game. Take LSU.
Wow.
He's actually right about that. CBS, we used to have SEC on our air every week.
The Saturday afternoon.
Every big Texas A&M game, man. They were a huge, huge letdown. Back to Kevin Sumlin days. It didn't matter who they were playing if they were a favorite.
Sumlin was on the road to be an NFL head coach, and then that totally fell off. And then they crashed, and then Jimbo Fisher was a disaster. So
he's right.
$2.5 million buyout. Can you believe that's what Jimbo got to not coach at Texas A&M anymore? I mean, just think about that. How much money?
I mean, it serves him right. They hired Steve Adazio, that crook from former Temple head coach. He went down there and was the offensive line coach, and they sucked. So I'm glad that they burned.
You're on one today.
I hate Adazio. I hate him. I hate Adazio. Pencil in his ear. He's a glorified gym teacher. He should literally, every night he should be saying prayers that he's made as much money as he has because he's a friggin' gym teacher. Give him a whistle and a pencil, and he can chew on the pencil. I hate Steve Adazio.
I think John's having flashbacks to high school. You didn't bring your shoes, Mark.
It's been a rough morning, Uncle Jamie. He's all fired up today.
Well, that's what happens when you get awoken by Kids Bop at 2 o'clock in the morning. Go see my Uncle Jamie and his amazing staff. Largest service and parts dealership in Philadelphia. Pat lives in South Philly. I told him he's got to bring the car over to Central City Toyota at the heart of University City. Get her done.
Or even better, John, we'll come down and pick up Pat's car, service it, clean it, and bring it back to Pat Gallen. Right to his house.
I was already talking about that with him. He's up at CBS 3. You could very easily go. Shout out to the diehards, by the way, out there. Thank you to the diehards. I was already saying it to him. Just go up, CBS 3. Go grab it from the lot.
That's a beautiful
Go drop
thing.
it off.
Love it.
CentralCityToyota.com, 55 years on Chestnut Street. A ton of inventory right now. Upgrade your ride. And remember, ask for Uncle Jamie. And if his picks are wrong, demand free oil changes.
Exactly.
That's what we'll do. All right, Uncle Jamie, good luck. We'll talk next week.
See you next week.
There he is.
We all silly like the mayor.